Great. Well, lovely. Thank you so much for spending some of your time with us this evening. The purpose of this session is really for you to explore Marketing Cloud and to decide if it's a product that you want to learn and certainly maybe a career that you want to progress into. We have some amazing guest speakers who've been in the sector various amounts of time. So I'll introduce those as we go on the session today. And they will be sharing their experience of working in the sector, the type of customers that use Marketing Cloud, the different range of products, the different career paths you can take. And we'll just shine a light a little bit on, what does a day in the life of a Marketing Cloud professional look like? So hopefully that's what you're here for. And we can discover that. So if you've got any further questions beyond the session, you can put them in the chat. We can answer them, hopefully, from our panel or from ourselves. And if you want to have more one-to-one chat, we have 2 members of staff that can offer full-time, that they work full-time to offer one-to-one consultations with you. So you're more than welcome to book in a chat with anybody and have a chat with them as well. During the session, if we can just make sure that everybody's on mute, that would be great. But if you want to, put your questions in the chat, we can obviously answer it that way or bring you online at certain points. So I will continue with the session. First, I'll introduce Supermums because I know there'll be some people that are completely new to us and what we do, whereas I know we've also got some other people that are part of our community already on the call. So Supermums empowers women and others. We welcome anybody of any gender to learn with us, but our mission is to really empower, get more women into tech. We want to support gender equality, help bridge the gender pay gap, and also help women but even more so sometimes it's dads, if they've had time off work looking after children. So that was where we originated 8 years ago, very passionate about bringing more women into the sector, as we talked about. And over the last 8 years, we've built an incredible community of women who I'm very proud of now that have all sorts of roles in the ecosystem. And we'll be sharing some of those stories tonight. But you always feel like a proud parent seeing where they're all at and what they're doing. So we have built this community globally. We have trainees that join us all over the world. And we've got really good customer success stories of Marketing Cloud professionals that have launched their career in the US and work for amazing consultancies like Media Monks and Lev. And Lynn will share some case studies in the chat of some of our alumni like Bridget and Arlene and Paolo and Caitlin, who are in the US and have launched their Marketing Cloud careers. And then equally, we've got some lovely case studies of alumni that have launched their careers in Marketing Cloud in the UK as well. So we've got people like Gemma Munsey and Bruna who've launched their careers here, and we've got 2 UK case studies with us tonight as well. But as you can see, our community is global. We also have mentors who mentor on the Marketing Cloud course, and again, they're from various different consultancies and companies and different parts of the world as well. So we are truly global in that sense, and we arrange meetups all over the world as well. So we have people that join us from all over the world and they all meet up at different events. So you never have to go to things alone, and they very much sort of build new friendships, new colleagues, and also use that community to leverage new job opportunities and help each other as well. So 60% of people that come to us come through word of mouth and referral. We've got a referral program as well where you can earn a financial, thank you like voucher. So if you refer people to our program, whether it's job opportunities or trainees, we want to thank you for that, because a lot of our learners come through those programs because people have been really passionate about the training they've got, speak highly of it. So we can share more about that as well as we go through. Just to introduce myself, so I'm Heather Black. I'm the founder and CEO of Supermums. I launched Supermums 8 years ago off the back of running a Salesforce consultancy. So I've been running a consultancy for 4 years. I had started out as a freelancer and then grew a team around me as I got more work than I could manage, and actually grew the Salesforce consultancy to a team of 20. And we won the EMEA Partner of the Year award and worked with over 350 clients while I was running it. And off the back of that, we spun off Supermums, as I say, 8 years ago, and it became a sort of a brand and entity in its own right. So I very much walk the talk in terms of Salesforce. Marketing Cloud hasn't been one of my particular niches, but I've certainly learned a whole range of Salesforce products and implemented a lot of Salesforce products for different consultancies. So I've been in the weeds with you. I know it's about creating a product niche, creating an industry niche is really, really important for me. My industry niche was working with non-profits, and we would actually, I certainly work with Marketing Cloud Engagement Studio, which is originally the Pardot product. So I work with part of the Marketing Cloud suite now and actually use Pardot on a daily basis for the work we do at Supermums. But there's a much wider stack of Marketing Cloud that we'll go into today and talk about. So I've walked the talk here, and there's many people that have followed in my footsteps that have launched their career equally. So we'll obviously share those stories today. And Supermums has, won many awards for the work we do. We've got a very passionate team that want to support people to train, learn, and get job opportunities as well. So we're here to support you. We want you to make an informed decision off the basis of tonight. We will send a follow-up email. You can book in a call with us, as I've said, and if we're here to help you, then we absolutely will. So to support the conversation tonight, I've got one of my lovely colleagues and mentors, Leo. So I will bring Leo into the spotlight in a moment. But Leo's got an incredible career working with Marketing Cloud, and I feel very lucky to have him on the call tonight. He has headed up 2 Marketing Cloud practices, well, actually 3, but the latest one also include Consumer Cloud, and really has been like his main product that he's really focused on building a market in the UK. So he can talk very confidently about the product, the range of clients and projects that use Marketing Cloud, and what kind of the outcomes are really, but also hired a team, right? So he's also experienced around, what hirers look for in candidates, what kind of backgrounds you might have. So he's a great person to ask questions to and sort of build that experience. So Leo, let me find you and I'll bring you into the spotlight with me. Where are you? There you go. I can see you now. Hi, Leo.
Can you see me now?
I can.
Yeah, you cannot.
Thank you for joining me. Do you want to say a little bit about your background, Leo? I'm sure you can explain your background better than me.
Yes, of course. Yes, thank you, Heather. It was a really nice intro, by the way. And hello, everyone. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'm really, really excited to be here and share a bit about my journey in the marketing automation space and how I ended up specializing in Salesforce Marketing Cloud. It has been quite a ride, a very exciting one, I have to say. So to introduce myself, my name is Leo Ortega. I am a CRM solutions and a marketing automation marketing cloud consultant. As a reference, if you want to find me on LinkedIn, 2 of the positions that I've had in the past, mainly related to Salesforce Marketing Cloud. I was at some point the GTM head for marketing automation at Wipro, one of the largest IT companies in the world. I head this department here in the UK and across Europe. And similarly, I did some work as well as Salesforce Marketing Cloud practice lead with Sapient i7, which eventually got acquired by Sapient and at the same time Publicis. So in a nutshell, that is me.
Brilliant, thank you. So talk to us a little bit about the product and the type of projects that you would see within those consultancies, Leo.
Absolutely, but just to add a little bit more to my career, because some people might be interested, especially if you're new to Marketing Cloud and you may be wondering, okay, so where am I going to start here? I'm interested, but I don't really know what's the starting point. So here's a fun fact that I want to share with you. My career with Salesforce actually didn't begin with Salesforce. I was on what you might call the other side, or with the enemy, right? I started working for a marketing tech startup a few years ago, actually many years ago, called Maximizer. Now that's irrelevant, but eventually this startup was acquired by Oracle. And then this product of this solution ended up becoming part of Oracle Marketing Cloud. And within Oracle Marketing Cloud, I got hands experience with 2 key tools that were part of this Oracle Marketing Cloud portfolio, Responses and Eloqua. both were marketing automation tools. Okay, so bear with me for a second. So I'm getting to Salesforce Marketing Cloud here. I'm not talking about Oracle. So back then, these two platforms, Eloqua and Responses, they were Oracle's crown jewels for marketing automation. So I really got into how to build campaigns with them, working on customer journeys, understanding the role of data, driving engagement, and so on. It was really good as a learning ground. But here is where it gets a bit ironic, right? So my role at the time was being a consultant, but also I was in sales. So we were trying to position some of these tools across different countries and markets. And the more I was trying to do it, the more I was hearing about this platform called Salesforce Marketing Cloud, or what most people used to call it at the time, Exact Target, which, by the way, that was the original tool that all initiated the journey to what is called now Salesforce Marketing Cloud. So it was one of Oracle's main competitors in the space, and it was really started making some serious competition here. So, of course, we all know what Salesforce Marketing Cloud eventually became after time, the biggest player in the space. Fast forward a few years, guess what? I ended up becoming a Salesforce Marketing Cloud consultant because that's where I saw that the space was really, really growing. And to be fair, Salesforce Marketing Cloud was the leader, like actually the top leader in this space. So from then, my career has taken me all over the place. And I worked on implementations, support. I developed marketing strategies for clients. And I even served as head of marketing practices for 2 Salesforce partners that we talked about at the beginning. So this has given me the chance to not just work with Marketing Cloud, but also to really shape what it is used and understood by different businesses. So what you're seeing now on the screen is what Marketing Cloud looked like originally. Back in the day, it was a combination of studios and builders, and obviously it has evolved. So there is a slide, I believe it's slide number 6, that if we want to go to that one, this slide is important so you can understand the where it all began. But some of these studios no longer exist. Some of these studios have been transformed and have evolved into something else. So this is pretty much what it looks like today. Okay, so you will have mainly two editions that are going to be added into the mix. One is called Salesforce Marketing Cloud Growth, and the other one is Marketing Cloud Advanced. I'm not going to go into all the technicalities and features of each because it would be very easy for you to find it online. But basically, what is happening is now that Salesforce is integrating Marketing Cloud more and more into its core products, mainly called Salesforce Data Cloud. So with one of these products, Salesforce Marketing Cloud Growth, your target audience will be small to medium-sized businesses looking for an entry-level solution to manage marketing campaigns. Whereas Marketing Cloud Advanced, it will be targeting larger enterprises and businesses that have more complex marketing needs, okay? So I would highly recommend you to take a look online and just to see the difference between them. They're very similar, it's just the difference is that one has more features and functionalities than the other one. And I think if we go back to the next slide, yeah, that one. That one, yeah. So going back to my story, just so it can resonate with some of you, some of the projects that I've led in the past have been pretty big, multi-country, multi-language, across different sectors like retail, media, consumer goods, NGOs, even some well-known football clubs that I have worked as well in the past. What I have to say about it is that each project taught me something different about how powerful Marketing Cloud can be when you use it right. it has this ability to really personalize at scale and to automate and make smart transactions when it comes to delivering what Salesforce called the right message at the right time. It really is pretty amazing what you can do with a good strategy and a good team as well. However, I want to emphasize here that if you're starting your career in Marketing Cloud, you can start like I did. I started not even working in Marketing Cloud. I was, I came across Marketing Cloud as one of my competitors. But when I started doing Marketing Cloud consultancy, I started doing it from scratch, from the very simple tasks, and then from there I get growing in terms of the projects I was involved in. So it is possible. There is a big community that works in the Marketing Cloud space. They are very, very good. For example, WhatsApp groups that you can join, full of interactions, full of information about Marketing Cloud. Something I say to my clients when they're hesitant about whether they should choose Marketing Cloud over other platforms from other vendors is look at the community, look at what you have available there in terms of knowledge, in terms of skills, in terms of the people that are willing to help. For example, the community that you provide, Heather, with Supermums, you have amazing people, amazing consultants that know Marketing Cloud a lot and are willing to help other people that are in this journey from the very beginning, right? So that's something that you hardly see in other tech spaces. And eventually you will be hopefully as lucky as I was, because I have worked alongside some very talented consultants, architects, project managers, right? So it's very exciting because you quickly learn that this project is not about just the tool; it's about the collaboration, the creativity, the community, all the groups that are and exist around Salesforce Marketing Cloud. That's where I call where the real magic happens. Okay. And yeah, have you got any other question, Heather?
Thank you, Leo. From your experience of working in the Salesforce space, do you feel that people need to have the Salesforce admin experience as well, or is that just for some of the job roles?
Well, if you're looking to get a certification, I would say that it doesn't hurt, but I wouldn't necessarily say that you have to have it, but it definitely would help. Also, it depends on what you're trying to do or what you would like to do, because I think you have a slide now where
different job roles,
where you're showing the job roles.
Yeah,
because Marketing Cloud is so robust and comprehensive that no single person can do absolutely everything, and that's the reason there are different roles that can play different parts in during the implementation and support and running the campaigns and actually being in charge and responsible of Marketing Cloud. So you could be in charge of just the marketing operations in Marketing Cloud, or you can be working in the front end side, for example, designing the campaigns, designing the email templates, designing the customer journeys. But you could also, if you're not that interested in the front end side and you would like to be more hands-on in the back end, where all the big technical stuff takes place, you can look for becoming a Marketing Cloud developer, for example, right? Where you can code complex scenarios and complex journeys if you want to. One of the things that I really like about Marketing Cloud is that you don't need to have the coding skills, right? But if you want to pursue that road, there is a lot of information, there is a lot of help, there is a lot of courses there that you can definitely take to become a developer or a technical architect. You can also be an analyst, because one of the tools, actually there are more than one. There's more than one tool in Marketing Cloud to do the analysis of how your campaigns are performing out there. So if you like numbers, if you like statistics, if you like to show the how well your campaigns are performing, you can also try to become a marketing cloud data analyst. So there is not a single journey. And that's one of the really great things about Salesforce Marketing Cloud, because there is a space for everyone here, whether you are creative, whether you are analytic, whether you are more of a programmer, developer mindset, you have a space for each and every one of them.
Yeah, thank you, Leo. I think one of the things that stood out to me from what you were saying before, and you know, what I've seen is it's, you know, it's such a robust product with all these different sort of elements to it that, you know, as you mentioned, you've worked with some amazing brands and really seen how Marketing Cloud can personalize campaigns to things. And I think for any marketer, if you've got a marketer background or you want to get into that, you know, the marketing space, you know, it's really great to be in an environment where actually they've got all these amazing tools available and they're wanting to really build the first class marketing machine. Because, you know, quite often marketeers will be sat in a company and like they won't invest in the right tools, they can't squeeze it. So in terms of the ROI of some of the customers, have you got a couple of projects that you could share, like, you know, what happened in that project and what some of the outcomes were?
Yes, look, again, Salesforce Marketing Cloud is very flexible. It's not just flexible in what you can do with it, but also it's very flexible in the results that you can see from the projects that you run with it. So one of the typical ROIs that you see, for example, when it comes to email marketing automation is, okay, so how many emails you can actually send, land in the email boxes, how many emails are actually get open, how many emails generate immediate results, right? So I sent an email, someone's opened it, it didn't go to spam, right? So that's great. Someone clicked on link, and that link to another journey within a website, right? And then from there are different ways to measure the ROI, because perhaps your goal is to fill out a form, right? That your customers, once they receive an email, they go and they find a form on your website, and then they fill it out. Maybe the goal is that they purchase something on your website as well. Maybe the goal is that they have some sort of interaction with some of your products. And for each one of those actions, you have a different way to measure the ROI. In some cases, it could be that what you want is just create awareness, right? So I have a new product and I just want you to know about this product, right? So I'm sending you an email just for you to know. But in some cases, the journey could be a little bit more complex, where I actually, as a company, as a business, I want to be as engaged with my customers as much as possible. So it could be that you will be putting together a campaign that involves email, that involves SMS messages, that involves WhatsApp conversations, that involves forms on landing pages. So, and you see the campaign as a whole, right? It's part of the same campaign. So it's not just one single channel doing what, in this case, what your project is intended for. So again, when it comes to ROI, there are many, many different ways to look for it, to analyze the results. If you go on Marketing Cloud, even the standard reports that you can get from it are pretty amazing. You can get so much information that it can actually be overwhelming sometimes. So it's better if you have a better idea of what you actually want to look for. But the information is there, the data is there, and it just gets getting better and better, because now Salesforce is introducing AI-driven insights. We have Einstein, we have Agentforce, we have all these different tools that are going to make marketing automation even more powerful, right? And I think when done correctly, the ROI in marketing cloud campaigns, we're talking about 50 times, 60 times it could be sometimes. So it is, yeah, it's pretty good.
Amazing. I mean, it's so intricate, isn't it? The marketing cloud journeys. I think having come from a BA background, when you sit down and do Salesforce business analyst work, and then you do marketing journeys, the level of intricacy you need to go through when you build out customer journeys is like another level. So hats off to anybody that sort of is, loves building out these journeys, because it is very much like if they do this, and all these different things, like you say, it's WhatsApp or it's LinkedIn or all these different tools that you can use to sort of reach the right audiences, and let's say personalize it as much as possible when you've got all of these different customers. So I think it's an amazing product. Thank you, Leo, for sharing some of your experience and obviously your career that you've had. Has anybody got any questions for Leo at this point? Let's see. Oh, Alex, great. So Alex, you're asking about certification. So we've got a slide on that in terms of where to start, and obviously the Marketing Cloud cert. So we can definitely come on to that for you. Any other questions for Leo? Okay, well, Leo, you're welcome to stay or go. If you want to stay on for a little bit, we can see if there's any other questions that come through in the private chat. If they want to just message you privately.
Yeah, absolutely. More than
Brilliant.
happy to stay here.
Oh, I'll take you off spotlight for a moment. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. On the screen. Right, so I think I've taken your spotlight now. Yeah. So I just wanted to actually, before we just introduce Lisa and Haz, I've got some salaries here as well, indicative salaries around these different job roles. So for those of you looking to obviously move into this sector, there's a range of where you might start. I think quite often people say to us, do we need to, will we start at the bottom and on those junior salaries? It really does depend on your background and also your experience that you've had before. So for example, we've had people that have gone through the program previously who've been marketing consultants and worked with a range of products, and so they've gone straight into consultancy roles within like companies like Media Monks and Lev, for example, at a higher salary than they would be a junior. Whereas the junior levels, might be more about curating and being a marketing cloud admin almost, and creating email campaigns and working in more of an end customer type role. And it could be working for a non-profit as well. The salaries might be lower if you're working for non-profit. So we've actually got some examples of different different career paths here today. But it's not that you have to start at the bottom when you start in Marketing Cloud. It is about selling those transferable skills. And you might, again, it depends on what role you take as to whether you need to be a fully Salesforce admin or not. If you're designing campaigns but not building them, the knowledge of what Salesforce is and how it connects is important. But we do have our free Salesforce Associate course that you can take, which gives you the foundation knowledge of Salesforce. And then obviously you can build on that with our Salesforce admin course if that's what you want to do as well, and sort of understand a little bit more about how those products connect. So let's move through to some of the stories of different career paths. So Lisa, would you like to go next? I'll bring you, let me just find you and I'll spotlight you. I'll take off my slide deck for a moment and you can share your story. Oh, you're there. Thank you so much for spending some of your evening with us. I will spotlight you. There you go. So Lisa, do you want to tell us?
Big.
Is that really big? You're okay. Everybody can see you. So
Yeah,
thank
you
you,
can sure see me.
joining us. Do you want to tell us a bit about your background, what you were doing before you did the Marketing Cloud course, and what you do now? That would be fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. So my background is in online marketing. So I worked in content creation and account management for several years. And then I had my 2 daughters. And when they were younger, I opted to do freelance marketing, just purely for the flexibility of that. And as they got a bit older, I wanted to get back into full-time employment. So I wanted to have a bit of an edge and to refresh my skills very much. I felt it had been like 20 years since I'd done my original marketing course at uni, and I felt like I needed a refresher. I knew about Salesforce Marketing Cloud through my previous marketing experience. I knew it was very much in demand, and because I was experienced in online marketing, I was keen to get involved in like a set of like the Salesforce tool, with it being like software as a service, because I've strongly believe like that's a big growth area of marketing. So I heard about Salesforce Marketing Cloud through Supermums. So I was really keen to sign up and get involved in that, which I did in, I think it was March 2023. And I completed the course. It was sort of several weeks long. And in come the summertime, by August, I had a job offer. So it was quite quick that I got a job as an email specialist in Marketing Cloud. And how I got that job was I updated my LinkedIn to position me as a Salesforce Marketing Cloud specialist. Even though I didn't have the qualification at that time, you can still put that you are Salesforce Marketing Cloud specialist. And that's how I got sort of headhunted through a recruiter. And I explained, I'm working towards the qualification, and that was absolutely fine. And I gained a job working for the National Trust, which I started in October of that year. So I'm an email specialist for a conservation charity, the National Trust in the UK. And so my day I work in sort of content builder, contact builder, automation studio, journey builder, the whole marketing cloud suite. I work in that on a daily basis, and sort of ensure delivery of emails to the North, the Midlands, and Northern Ireland, for those regions. And it's great. It's a really good skill to have, and it's very much in demand. What I enjoy about working in Salesforce is like it's very meritocratic. So you can take it as far as you want to. You can if you can gain a qualification, you can achieve any of the marketing cloud roles that you want to, which is what I love about it.
Thank you so much, Lisa. It's such an amazing brand to work for. You must be so proud.
Yeah, it is. It is really good working for a charity. And there are lots of charities that use Salesforce.
So if you just deliver emails to certain regions, are there like multiples of you that deliver emails to other regions? And why is it done like that?
Yeah, so we have a small team. I do the North, the Midlands, and Northern Ireland, and I've got a colleague who does the South, Southwest of Wales. And there's another 3 members in the team. We're quite a small team, and I sit in the data team. So whereas before I was previously sort of marketing content, this has enabled me to move more into the data side of things.
Well, it's lovely that you've got a team to work with as well, so you're not by yourself. You have your colleagues that you can design things with. And has it given you the flexibility that you wanted as well?
Well, I do work full time, but I think as I progress, I'll probably maybe look to work more part-time.
Do you get to work from home?
Yeah, so I work remotely because the head office is in Swindon, which is the southwest of the country. So it is about 4 hours away from where I am. I'm in the north, so I do work remotely, but go to see them sort of on a quarterly basis.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, I mean, it's flexible from that point of view, doesn't it? So it's yeah, lots of different ways. Flexibility means different things for different people. So you know, at least it's ticking some of those boxes for you. But thank you so much. Has anybody got any questions? I think one of the things that stood out for me also, oh, we've got a question from Tafana there as well, but just wanted to share the story that you said about LinkedIn. That's happened a lot for our marketing cloud professionals. They've updated their LinkedIn profile, they've talked about what they're doing, and they've been headhunted. And certainly the marketing cloud professionals in the US on their case studies that are on our website, they had like 6 interviews and 3 job offers off the back of being headhunted off LinkedIn. So
Yeah,
you know, in demand, you know, optimizing yourself on LinkedIn, that was a really good recommendation you said there, Lisa, because that's definitely working for people.
yeah.
So do you want to answer Tafana's question? So it says, how exactly did you position yourself on LinkedIn, and what did you do to be found by recruiters?
Yeah, so basically I changed my job title because it was previously I was like a freelance digital marketer, but I was really excited to specialize in sort of marketing automation. And I literally put that I was a Salesforce marketing specialist on my LinkedIn. Because you know you've got to fake it till you make it, don't you? So I did that, and then obviously I was working towards passing the certificate, and then I obviously can put certified email marketing specialist at that point. But that's how a recruiter found me, because they do searches based on job titles on LinkedIn. And it is a very much in demand area to work in, because it's really niche. It is niche in the Salesforce world, is marketing cloud. So it's definitely good to be involved in it.
I think people headhunt Supermums talent generally, like they look at because if you tag yourself related to our organization, they find you that way because they know also that you've done the authorized Salesforce training course. So obviously that's another level of quality standard of training that you've done. So
Yeah,
gives
that's it.
confidence.
Any recruiter that I spoke to knew about Supermums. So it has got a really good reputation. And I should say, even though like my background is also in marketing, I did get help tailoring my CV from Supermums as well. And I felt like that stood me in good stead. And as Leo previously said, it is a really good community to be involved in, and it's really supportive. And I don't think you get that everywhere. It's quite unique.
Oh, thank you, Lisa. Tamsin says, what does an example day look like?
Um, so I'm sort of scheduling emails with a third-party email supplier that we use. So some charities may create their own emails within Content Builder, but we use a third-party one. So I'm doing testing, approving it with the marketing manager who submitted it, scheduling it in the system, or creating data filters, data extensions, scheduling journeys, and then also do some other light development tasks as well, because I've got some experience with SQL and AMP script coding skills now as well, which has led on from that. So it is quite specialist. So an email specialist is you do kind of do the same thing over repeatedly. But that's basically what's involved in my day-to-day.
Thank you, Lisa. Well, as you say, the world's your oyster, right? So you can keep developing and expanding and doing everything. So it gives you that opportunity. And remember, you asked about working full-time remotely. I think, Lisa, you said you work full-time and it is remote full-time.
It is remotely, yeah. yeah, I do have to occasionally go for meetings quarterly, but I guess it depends who you're working for. Like some people work, like I know somebody who works for a German company, so they're just totally remote all the time because they're based in the UK.
Well, thank you so much, Lisa, for sharing. And I'm so pleased for you that you've got, a great career
No,
opportunity
thank
at the
you.
back of it.
Thank you as well. I've enjoyed doing the course with Supermums, and I'd recommend anybody do it.
Thank you so much. If anybody's got any questions for Lisa, I don't know if you've got 5 minutes to hang around, Lisa. I know that you might want to jump off as well and spend the evening, enjoy your evening off. But if you've got 5 minutes, if anybody wants to message Lisa, please do. I'll remove your spotlight so you're not big. I'll find Taz. Where are you, Taz? Are you there, Taz?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you see me?
Oh,
Can you hear me?
yeah, brilliant. Right, lovely. Thank you so much for spending some evening with us. I know you've been to quite a few of our events as well. So, do you want to share a bit about your journey, Taz, of where you started and what you're doing now?
Yeah, sure. So, my start is slightly different than the other two speakers that you had already. So, I have a technical background to start off with, and I've been involved with the internet and the web technology since 2002, 2003. And then I jumped onto emails and marketing and that side of things, more so after COVID. And yeah, so when you are in the marketing sort of arena, you do hear of Salesforce, just like Leo was saying, because Salesforce is the enterprise sort of solution, and it's kind of like the next level up. So I was working with like other systems for SMEs, and then everybody's like talking about marketing cloud, and if you want to get basically better compensation, then marketing cloud is sort of the way to go because it's mainly enterprise. And yeah, and that's when I heard about Supermom from one of my like people in my circles, and they were like, he was actually in the US, and he was like, yeah, I did this month course and finished that, and I'm now like doing really, really well for myself and whatnot. So I was okay. So I had a call with Lynn, which is like first thing you do. And then I had a call with Shellen, and then I signed up, and I was part of the cohort of August 23. So it's relatively recent, and yeah, the rest is history.
Thank you, Taz. And do you want to share a little bit about your last project that you did on Marketing Cloud?
Yeah, sure. So my last project or contract was with Parkinson's UK, which is a nonprofit. And because I'm an email developer with a technical background, my task was basically twofold. It was the migration from a marketing cloud implementation to a different marketing cloud implementation. And it was also a rebrand job. And I did custom make all their emails and made like a design system for them. And the idea was basically to make sure that people who are not technically inclined, but are like pure marketeers or content editors and such, will be able to have like sort of like blocks in the content builder to use that without any code, and then put whatever content they need to put in and just fire their emails away. So that was quite a project because I had to do a lot of complexity abstraction, and it was something different for me. Usually, like I'm working on more complexity, but on this project, it was like actually abstracting the complexity, and it was quite fun, challenging in its own ways. But I finalized that in mid-April, and now I'm just looking for my next project, and I'm also doing freelance work for Marketing Cloud and also Pardot because so I'm just branching out a little bit as well.
Amazing, thank you. And has it given you the flexibility that you wanted as well? I know that's often a question people ask.
Oh yeah, absolutely, definitely. I haven't been a day in the office since basically started, so that was amazing. And you can do part-time contracts if you want, although they are kind of rare. You can do full-time, you can do freelance, you can branch which way you want, or you can go into full-time employment as well. That's obviously an option, or a consultancy. So once you kind of have the skills, you can sort of like pause for a second and then think which direction you want to go. So it's not just a matter of like, okay, I want to be a marketing cloud developer, a marketing cloud consultant, a marketing cloud architect, or whatever, you can actually even also determine for yourself, okay, which suits me best and my lifestyle. Do I want more time and more flexibility? Do I want, consultancy and a more structured corporate sort of environment, or do I want to freelance on, other websites and things, and just have more freedom that way as well? So you can literally do whatever you want. So yeah, you get a lot of flexibility, and because the skill set is kind of a lot more in demand than the other clouds, if I may say that, you have a bit more leverage than some of the other clouds, I feel.
In terms of salary, do you mean?
In terms of salary, in terms of like flexibility, the hybrid, the remote thing, there's more leeway than, just because it says that it's hybrid doesn't mean that remote is off the table if you can negotiate things of that nature.
Good to know. I think it's important that people know that, and it's like a lot of people say to us, oh, they want 2 years experience and they want full time, but actually what we encourage everybody to do is just put yourself forward, engage, sell yourself at interview, and then obviously then they're like, well, we'll have you whatever the terms. So yeah, it's really about sort of just showing up and selling yourself well at interview. So it's great to hear that it's going well for you, Taz. And I think it's also lovely that there's big global enterprise customers that use it, but also you can work for like notable non-profits as well, like that that market, that product is used extensively by a whole range of different customers. So it's lovely to hear you've worked for such meaningful brands also.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of non-profits use Salesforce projects or cloud because, as you know, Salesforce has like a commitment to non-profits, so they get like special pricing and things. And Parkinson's is one of those sort of non-profits that make use of that. And I don't think they're the only one either. I think there's a whole community of like Salesforce non-profits and like professionals that are specialized in Salesforce non-profits only. So it's like a big community and it's a big thing. And it's not like Salesforce is not just for big enterprise, it's also for non-profits, small and large. And Parkinson's is one of those, and you can find many others as well, like Lisa was saying prior as well. So yeah.
Brilliant. Oh, well, thank you, Taz, for sharing your journey. If anybody's got any questions for Taz, let us know now. And then I'll hand back over to Lynn. Next one. Any questions, let us know. Brilliant. Thank you, Taz. If you want to stay around, you're welcome to. And then if there's any questions in the chat, people might reach out to you. But we'll see you soon, hopefully, at one of the events.
Yeah.
I'll hand over to Lynn. Thank you. Right, Lynn, over to you.
Over to me. Thank you.
Well,
as always, it's so lovely to hear everyone's stories. So, it's really great that we, especially Taz, you mentioned that you spoke to me in the first instance when you decided to do this, and anybody can talk to me and I can always guide you. And it's great for us, as Heather says, we all become proud parents because, we see where this takes you. So thank you for your stories. That was always great to hear. I haven't got the slide deck open, but I am going to open it from my side so I can see. So in terms of when the next training course is, it's week commencing the 9th of June, which is the welcome call. So you're able to sign up now in preparation. Nearer the time, we will get you onboarded and ready in your portal for you to be able to get started and get it all ready for you to be ready for the 9th of June. The course runs over 7 weeks. It's on a Monday and a Wednesday. There are 14 sessions over those 7 weeks, so it's twice a week. If we're talking about GMT or BST as it is now, UK time zone, it's from 7 till 9:30 on a Monday and Wednesday. So that's what you need to dedicate your time to do. As with all of our training courses, of course, everything's recorded. So if you miss the live session, you can absolutely watch it the next day. So there's no problem with that. So 14 sessions. If you're in UK time, it's 7 till 9:30 on a Monday and a Wednesday. Pacific, I know, is 11 a.m. till 1:30 p.m. I'm not sure, you might need to juggle the times if you are anywhere else in the world. On this particular course, there are no break weeks, but what you do get that is an awesome addition is you get access to a trialogue throughout those 7 weeks of the course. And that is so beneficial because you get to put into practice everything that you're learning. In terms of cost, you can pay anything $4,000 plus for training in Marketing Cloud. However, with Supermums, the cost is 1,500 GBP or 2,000 USD, depending on where you are again. We do have other options available, of course, as well. And there are also finance options available, which I'll talk to you about just in a second. I'm wondering whether it might be good, Heather, if I can... you have done that. That's right, I was on another screen, so I just thought it'd be nice for everybody to see Akona's lovely face. She's always smiling, so that's nice to see. So the Marketing Cloud trainer here, Akona, she was going to come on tonight, however, she's training some lovely people just like you. She was Salesforce Marketing Champion in 2024. The great thing with anyone that you'll find within Supermums is everyone is here to support and guide you, and everyone will absolutely celebrate in your successes. So, you know, whether you're talking about the trainer, whether you're talking about the training team, whether you're talking about anybody within Supermums or within the community, everyone is here to support you and take you to the next level. I don't think I can change the slide deck. Thank you, Heather. Okay, so this particular course will get you towards your Marketing Cloud email specialist. You can see that there are further certifications available. You would probably be looking to be a Marketing Cloud email specialist as your foundational knowledge. That will always be your starting place. And then you can work your way up to be a Marketing Cloud admin or a Marketing Cloud consultant. And of course, as Leo mentioned, then you can go further and maybe do become a Marketing Cloud developer. I can just see a question out of the corner of my eyes, so I'm going to answer that. So that says, how long is the trial? So the reason you're asking that, I'm sure you may have looked previously, because it used to be for the 4 weeks of the 7, but now you get it for the duration. So that's even better to be able to do that. So I hope that answers your question. I'm just going to see if I can change the slide. There we go. Thank you. I thought I had access, but I haven't. So
That's okay.
It's nice that you've changed it. So thank you. So why do we focus on Marketing Cloud? So I think everyone else has answered that question. There is definitely a gap in the market. It is something that's really great to get into. I think I would say, from something that Heather asked Leo, and that is, do you need to do admin first? I think with Marketing Cloud, if you're a marketeer, you may not need to, but if you have no Salesforce previous experience, then I would suggest that Marketing Cloud is a great route. Admin is a great route to go to get the foundational knowledge of the system and then look at Marketing Cloud. But that's where myself or Susan can talk to you and we can advise and support you on your best next steps.
We do a bundle price as well if you want to do both, don't we?
Absolutely. And again, we can discuss that with you. So we have, for all of our training courses, which is the reason that we're able to do it lesser price for you, we have great sponsors. We have great people that that sponsor us throughout. So when you think that validity, there's tens of thousands of organisations that rely on validity solutions. So again, it's really great to tell you about these amazing people that absolutely believe in what we do. So with validity, you can make more decisions. Okay, we've jumped to the next slide, so that's fine. Okay, so that's all right. That's the trouble when you don't have access yourself, don't you? We should have maybe come off and come back on, but anyway. So with validity, you can drive more leads, close more deals, and confidently plan with continued growth. So the next slide is something that I mentioned earlier, and that is that we are now able to offer you some finance options. And in a second, I will drop in a link where you can see if you qualify. So if you are aged 18 to 75 and you have a regular income, it doesn't have to be yourself. Your partner can also apply for you. And your regular income is £1,000 plus per month. You are a UK permanent resident and you have been so for the last 6 months, and you have a UK credit card, then absolutely apply. And you can spread the cost up to 12 months. So and it's 0% as well. Sorry, was somebody else asking a question?
I think somebody wasn't on mute.
Okay. All right. So again, talk to myself and Susan. I did put a link in back along, but I'm going to put another one. Yes, UK and Ireland, yes. In answer to you, Memory.
Yeah, the home is available we can get it in the UK, but also the other options are Ireland, Canada, New Zealand, and Australia. We do have other alternative payment plan options if you're not eligible for this, which we've always offered anyway. So again, depending on where you are, we can provide that information and what the different options are for you on our courses. But yes, it just helps spread the cost from that point of view.
And absolutely, as I said before, talk to one of us and we can help you with any questions that you've got. I did drop my email address. You are very welcome to email me. You can DM any of us on LinkedIn or absolutely book in some time. So I'm going to drop in the link again. But if anyone has any more questions, please drop them in the chat. Thank you.
Thanks, Lynn. Thanks, everyone. Thank you again to all our speakers. It's been lovely to have the opportunity to share with you more about Marketing Cloud and the great success stories. What keeps us going at Supermums. You know, we live and breathe helping people relaunch their careers and obviously get the career and job opportunities that they want. So that's what we're here to help you do. If you've got any questions now, please do ask it. I know we're just on time for the hour, so it's been perfect timing. Look at that. And we're happy to chat to you one-to-one as well. So thank you for showing up tonight. Thank you for spending some time with us and asking also really brilliant questions. And thank you to Susan and Lynn for supporting in the background as well. Anything before we wrap up?